Hello and welcome to Valley FM, or as Candela used to say in our first season of Valley FM, hello and welcome another day to Valley FM. Today is our last show, sadly, our last show of the second season, that is. It is my intention to be back, obviously, but it is what it is, isn't it? All good things come to an end, let's say. Today we have not a very long show, just like yesterday. Remember, obviously, I depend on the material I have with my students and the lessons I have with them. So today I'm meeting my first of baccalaureate students, which you will remember probably from other shows. And we're going to talk about stuff with them, really. We're gonna. To be honest, it's Kieran who is going to be speaking to them. So let's pay attention to that. And as usual, just in time for our lesson together. Good morning, Kieran, and good morning, everybody. How's it going?
Good morning, Gigi Rubin.
Hi. It's going.
It's going. It's so good to see you guys. What's cracking? How are you keeping yourselves these days?
Sane.
Same.
No,
same, but different.
Oh, sane, as in yeah. It's not. That is actually a lot to say these days.
It is.
It's an important.
It's an important
life affirmation at the moment, because a lot of people are struggling with their mental health.
That's right.
I think it's a hard time, but it's getting better and better each day, and we get closer and closer to summertime.
Yes, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, on Sunday we will have come out of the quarantine for good, I think.
That is correct.
For
I
good
think.
Get out of phase 1 and get to phase 2.
The 21st, which is it's a great way. Sorry,
Joe said something about phase 2.
Yeah, I think that the 21st is it's a great way to welcome the summer as well. So,
It's the longest day.
yeah. Draw, you were saying?
Nothing. No, I said nothing.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
I thought you said something about phase 2, but yeah, I think you said what we were saying, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Great. Carol, how's it going?
Good. I'm here. I don't know. I haven't done anything out of the ordinary.
Good. Well, I'll have you know, today is our last show at Valley FM of this season, that is. So that is a bad thing, but also a good thing, because that means that the year is finally coming to an end.
It's true that Valley FM is all killer and no filler, I heard. Is that true?
Yeah.
That's the word on the street that I keep hearing in this jingle. I don't know who's doing those jingles, but someone's got to get him signed up to a contract of some kind. I mean, what a voice. Jeez.
That's right.
Wonderful stuff.
People keep commenting that they want that speaker constantly.
They're strange people. Strange people, but there we go. Yeah, life is good. This is our last time together, I think, with me, guys, probably based on the fact that we finish on Tuesday. So,
Oh
your last...
no!
Yeah, that's right. Keep going. So,
That's sad.
More words.
That's so bad.
Yeah,
We don't have classes with you.
Oh, yeah, don't please don't feel bad. Listen, enjoy your
the drama
summer
seminar is giving
It's over.
is giving its profit finally.
It doesn't have to be over your summer, guys. Think about the good things you have in life, the rest of the good things. Try and move on. I know I'll always be with you in spirit.
It's what I would have wanted, as if we were dead.
What was that?
Can we see Mushu?
You want to see Mushu?
Yeah. It's gonna be our last
time of the year.
Hi.
Mushu, for the audience who's not looking at the screen right now, is Kieran's dog, who Alice loves. Absolutely, yes, absolutely loves.
He can be.
And we're looking at her. Is it her? Yeah.
It's a boy. No, it's a boy.
Oh, we're looking at him as we speak.
It's called Mushu.
It's called Mushu, yeah. And you can hear you guys talking to him. Does he is popping up?
He looks completely at ease with himself right now.
He is. He's often. In fact, maybe his biggest thing is that he's fully at ease with himself. For a greyhound, he's very confident. They're often kind of skittish and shy if you see them out, and they don't want to be touched. Mushu likes to be touched by all humans. The thing he doesn't always like is other dogs. He's happy. He's happy with humans, and he'll come up, he'll get a touch, he'll rub into you, he'll sit beside you. He's like a different type of breed of dog in that way. But with other dog, everyone expects his greyhound is going to be kind of shy, plods along, in the kind of dancing way they do with their feet. But he'll like, whoa, he'll go for a fight with other dogs, especially
he's exactly like me.
Is that right?
With other dogs?
Yeah. No.
With other Alices?
There's no other Alices.
Oh, Alice is
like
in the house.
So what I meant is like, I don't care much for humans, but I love animals.
It's funny you say you said that, the way you put it, because that reminds me of the way certain people speak on television. And you did it as a joke, but a lot of people speak like that about themselves. In fact, believing what they say. I'm talking, of course, about Belén Esteban.
Yes.
And well, I could name a few more, but I think you get the idea. The people in those type of shows, like Save Me,
that's right.
in Channel 5 in Spain. For anyone who's not acquainted with Channel 5 in Spain, I think if you with a Google search, you'd be amazed at what you will find.
It's basically gossip and drama.
Yes.
All right.
And
Is that the one with
theatre.
hombres and mujeres?
Yeah.
That is an absolute pile of what Mushu makes. It really is. It really is. It's unbelievably crap. I can't believe that this show continues. It's horrific.
It's terrible.
It's horrific, and the people make you feel bad for humanity, like that these people exist.
Yeah.
I didn't think they existed here. I knew they existed in Britain. There's stuff like Love Island on, and the things like that you can meet these moronic fools. But there's some of them here too.
Yeah.
There you go. It's like a plague. And the presenters and everything, it's just stupid. Really stupid. But the other shows on Telecinco I don't watch. Maybe you guys can tell me about some other shows. What do you guys watch?
Nothing.
You've got no TV in your house. You made one.
I do have a TV, but I never watch.
Yeah, me neither.
No, you never watch it.
I quit watching TV since I have YouTube.
I suppose what happens now is people just make choices on what they want to watch with whatever they have, YouTube or Netflix or whatever, and live TV is, or at least in the moment, TV is hardly used anymore, is it?
It is. It seems as if it's a thing of the past, really.
Is TV as we knew it a thing of the past?
You know that song by, I think was it Supertramp? No, Alphaville. I think it may have been Supertramp, but I may be wrong. Video Killed the Radio Star.
Yeah, that's right. That's a great song.
It's not Supertramp, because Supertramp sounds a lot better.
It was someone like that. It was someone who had only a couple of big hits.
Anyway,
it was a great song.
I think the new tune should be something like YouTube killed the TV star.
Yeah,
something like that.
YouTube killed the TV star. What's the name of those guys that do that talk on YouTube and are famous just for explaining things on YouTube that we already know about in terms of games or whatever? They play games and then that makes me sound really old. I don't know what they're called.
You mean like
these guys?
YouTubers.
PewDiePie and all these people?
YouTube.
Yeah, PewDiePie.
Just YouTubers, is that what they're called?
Yeah. You call them YouTubers.
Do you guys watch any of these people? I mean, are they good? Are any of them any good?
Are you talking about YouTubers in general, or?
Yeah,
I'm talking about
YouTubers
in general. Is there any of them that are worth listening to? Do they tell you anything that you want to know about the world? Do they insightful?
No, they're just fun.
They're just fun.
Yeah, you watch different people do different things.
The most famous ones are just fun to watch.
Are they fun? Whenever I see them, they just seem like they're repeating similar slogans again and again and again, like catchphrases and stuff like that, and then shooting people on war games and stuff like that. But then I've only ever seen...
people like PewDiePie, they start with inside jokes and they develop those inside jokes.
So the more you watch them, the more you know who they're kind of being cheeky to and things like that.
Yeah, but I think it's the same for if you are a fan of a music group or something, you start developing inside jokes and everything.
You get the culture, you kind of understand the culture. The truth is, I think I missed that in my youth. I was maybe about 5 to 10 years too old, too late for things like YouTubers. They were not around until about 10 years ago, and by that point I was officially an adult. So I've missed that. I don't know, Ruben, did you get into any of these guys? You ever watched any?
I do watch. There's this channel, sorry to be so repetitive, but there's this cycling channel called GCN, Global Cycling Network, and that's it is essentially, it's never been on TV or any other streaming platform. It's essentially a YouTube channel, but the quality of what they do is, it's basically you could pay for that. It's really good. They have like a whole set of camera crew, actors and presenters, and I mean what they do is very it's like TV really, but cheaper, I suppose, to produce for them. But they go around the world interviewing famous cyclists and going to races, and they sometimes broadcast races for free. So it's a pretty big deal. But yeah, it's that's as far as YouTubers go. That's the only channel I follow. Well, there's another couple of channels that I have looked at every now and then just to see how things go. But I was never interested in them. But speaking about generations and stuff, I have a friend who did her English studies with me. So we studied, we were in college together, we were in uni together, and she is a famous YouTuber. I'm sure you know her, or some of you who know some YouTubers will probably know her. Her name is Ro en la Red in YouTube. Her real name is Rocío, really, but yeah, if she ever listens to this, hello Rocío, how's it going? But yeah, I never understood. I have to say that with all due respect, I don't understand the content of what she publishes. She's never does anything other than, the content in her channel is herself. So she speaks about her own life, her like things she does, which are sometimes irrelevant, but that's just the way I see it. But she has legions of fans. She has it's myriads, we say sometimes, don't we? Of fans. It's incredible. She has I don't know, something 6 digits, I think, of followers on YouTube, Instagram, another something.
It feels like a very modern thing. Like it's like a personality cult thing. Maybe that's what I'm uncomfortable about it. It's like, no, that's not casting dispersions, as they say, not being negative towards these people. But it seems like it's about, here is my life. It's all about me. It's a cult of personality and celebrity. Here, I've made myself a celebrity. Now listen to me talk about myself and the games that I played and the things that I do for an hour. So I've never really understood it. So I think it must be a generational thing.
Yeah, I think
I don't get. But fair play to them.
Yeah,
because they're a lot more intelligent than people give them credit for, I'm sure. Because it's basically like setting your own business up. Sorry,
you're right. And also, I'd like to say to close this subject about my friend Rocío. She is, if you know her, when you come to know her, she's a very intelligent woman. She has a PhD. She wrote a PhD in structural grammar. Well, she is some kind of she is a very intelligent person. However, she doesn't show that in her channel, which is why I think that's a shame, really, because if she used the influence she has on people to try and develop something or improve something or work some sort of skill or just spread knowledge about something, it would be so much better.
Even undercover somehow. Yeah, maybe she does, because I suppose we don't.
Maybe she does. I don't watch her enough. That's true.
Yeah. What have you been watching, guys, these last weeks, other than Castle? What have you been watching? Nothing?
I've been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, a series that was aired a long time ago.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I know it. I started watching it. The Airbender.
Yeah.
The little
anime or a manga?
Bald guy.
Yes.
What? It's a manga or an anime or something?
No,
it's an anime.
Actually,
yeah.
It's an anime.
Well, I don't know if it's I know it's based on anime. Yeah.
Okay. So it's like based on Avatar as well.
I don't think it has anything to do with Avatar, the film.
Just Avatar is in the person controlling.
No, but Avatar there's like 4 kingdoms, and like there's benders of the 4 elements, the 4 basic elements of.
Fire,
and the Avatar
water.
is the only person in these 4 kingdoms that can control the 4 elements. It's called the Avatar. Nothing
Avatar.
to do with big blue.
Big blue creatures that James Cameron owns the rights to, and he's making more films about them.
Really?
From what I
Yeah.
hear, he's making
Oh
2
no,
more,
please,
isn't he?
someone
think
should
he's
tell him
making
that
4
one was enough.
Yeah. Stop.
No, I want more.
More of Avatar? More of
Yes.
Avatar, the blue Avatar we're talking about.
Yeah,
The
the
bad
blue
one.
cat. What? No, I really liked it.
I never saw the point in that film. The only
Why there's got to be a point?
I don't see it
It's
as
for entertainment.
engaging.
yes, but entertainment has to be good as well, like have some sort of quality.
Must have some sort of good.
It was good. I really liked it.
Mhm.
In fact, it was
Actually,
my
I'm in the
favorite
middle here.
thing
I don't think it was bad
for a lot of
either.
years.
I don't think it was bad, Ruben. I think it wasn't bad.
I think
Avatar.
it was a commercial trick to make us pay an extra couple quid for to go to the cinema for our cinema tickets because they were trying to introduce that shit
They were
3D
3D.
cameras and try to make it pass as if it was the future when 2 years later no one talks about 3D cameras anymore and
3D
3D
went.
films.
No.
There was no industry in that. It was just James Cameron laughing at us, basically. I think.
Well, he took his big check to the bank. I didn't watch it in 3D actually, so maybe that's why I don't have so much hatred towards it. I didn't waste the extra two. I didn't waste the extra £2, Ruben. That's why you have this hatred. You are still pissed off. You could have got 2 Maoli Tronas and you didn't. Because
to be
you chose
fair, I first watched it in 2D, in digital version, the normal, I would say, version. And then I started ranting about it with my friends and saying, I just don't see why people are so worked up about this film. I mean, what's the fuss about this film? There's nothing in it. It's just another story. I mean, it's just another science fiction story. Like, there are thousands better than that like Aliens, the Terminator. They're all better than that film, and they're like 30 years old.
I
all of
actually
them.
prefer Avatar to Alien.
To the Terminator?
No, Alien.
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen
Aliens, the first one. Sorry, Alien. Yeah. Alien is the first one. Aliens is the second, I think.
Yeah, Alien. That's the one I've watched.
You prefer Avatar to any of the Alien films apart from the new modern crap ones? That's madness.
Mm-hmm. It is madness.
It is madness.
They're constructed with beauty. They've got Geiger's artworks in them. It's like a creeping horror. It's
really cool, like how they made the film, but the film itself, it's like gross a bit. It grossed me out.
Because that's what a good film does. It touches you somehow. It makes you either crack up, or if it's a good comedy.
You by you throwing up when you see it.
That's right. If it makes you throw up, that's also a good film because it's touching you inside and stirring your intestines.
Yeah, and popping out just when you least expect it. That was so famous, that scene with John Hurt, who's now sadly.
Avatar does nothing unless I'm sorry, I'm going to be super politically incorrect, but unless you are a handicapped person and you dream of ever, for science to develop something that will make you walk again, there's nothing in it for you.
Excuse me. How about a whole civilization of a fucking whole planet going against the invaders?
Yeah, which is basically a copy of Pocahontas.
That's right. I suppose that is true. So the environmental themes are there. Pocahontas and indigenous people struggling against Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah, that's right.
Last of the Mohicans 2. There was
nothing new there. Nothing new.
I have to say that I'm in the middle on it, Ruben. I think it's not bad. I think if it wasn't for all the hype around it, I think it's a solid enough picture. It's not worth getting Disney Plus for. I just got the free week of Disney Plus so I could watch The Mandalorian, which I still didn't really like that much either in the end.
I like The Mandalorian, I have to say.
It was all right. I felt a wee bit like, I want this to be more adult, more meaty. I felt it was a bit Disney-fied Star Wars, and
it is still Star Wars, so
it's still Star Wars, so it was worth watching.
No one major is going to die.
No, and Baby Yoda is really cute.
It's very cute, yeah.
Baby Yoda. I want a Baby Yoda keyring thing on my keyring. I want it. But it's very. But you know what? We've been edging into territory, guys, that sounds a lot like artificial intelligence and robotics. Ruben was just talking about whether if you were disabled and you might want to see this picture, it can give you something else. We talked about this with another class about virtual reality and about things like that. Do you think the next films and the next movies and the next TV shows are going to be immersive in 10 years' time or 20 years' time? Or you're going to be inside them? Alice would be happy.
And
I wouldn't.
cinema theaters as well.
I don't like that.
No? You don't want to be
No,
immersive?
because
You don't want...
I like seeing it, like, I see it and I enjoy it, but I don't think I would like being in it. I really, for example, when they released Bandersnatch of Black Mirror, I actually didn't want to do that. I just didn't like it.
Too much for you?
No, it's not. I just don't like participating. I like just relaxing,
Watching and
watching
not thinking.
something. And if it's good, I know it's going to. And if I know it's going to be good, I like just appreciating it, not being part of it. I don't know.
I think they wanted you so much to be part of that because the whole point was about free. If I remember, was like free will and what you do and do choices make a difference. And every time you'd made a choice, it always ended badly. I kept going back, and it was bad and bad and bad.
Yeah, but like the thing is, I don't want a series or a movie to do that. I can go and buy, for example, Detroit Become Human or Until Dawn.
Yeah, well, true. You want to let it immerse over you, and you want to not be involved. You want to relax and not think about things.
It's like I see it as a way of making a video game, but not making a video game.
Well, it links the two together, which is, I mean, I think it's like a masterpiece, Black Mirror, the whole thing. I'm sure you probably think it's great as well. And that one was a bit different, but I think there's nothing like it on TV. I think it's been amazing. And the guy was a comedian that I used to watch and went to see him play live in Glasgow when he wasn't that big. And then he had a great show called Charlie Brooker's Screen Wipe. I don't know if you've seen that, which is all about politics and current affairs. Absolutely brilliant. Really funny as well. He did one about the coronavirus that was on BBC about 2 months ago, and it was just back to his best again. Always with all that insightful stuff about the future and what's going on, but he does it against media and kind of picks out some of the things that are going on and the hypocrisies and has fun with it. He's very funny, actually.
What's his name again? We're talking about the guy who created Black Mirror.
And writes. I think he's joint writer because there's a woman that works for them as well who is putting a lot of the engine into it. I think. But Charlie Brooker, the guy's called. Charlie Brooker. He is someone to look out for if you can find him maybe on YouTube now. Some of the stuff that was on the BBC might be there. It's always hard to get the BBC stuff because it's not always on things in Spain, is it? You can't always get it on Netflix because they've got
overseas.
BBC.
It's just impossible.
Yeah, but he's always done something called Screen Wipe, and it's so funny. It's like a review of the week's or last 2 weeks' news and how stupid it was. A little bit of a kind of look at society in general and what we've become by the 24-hour news cycle and how immoral some things are. It's just really smart. Anyway, a little recommendation for your summer, guys. Mushu's not bothered now. Well, as it's been going like this, guys, there's been less and less of you turning up, so it feels like the end. It does feel like the end. The sense of an ending.
Have you read that?
No, I watched the classic
film. Yeah.
Yeah, in a classic way, watch the film. The book was better, I think.
Julian Barnes, yes. He's a really good writer. I really like him.
Esther has read him, and that's why we watched the movie.
There's another book. She loves him. There was another book he wrote not so long ago, I think a couple of years ago, about Shostakovich, the famous Russian musician, and he was being followed by the KGB in the latter part of his career, and well, basically his life was very interesting because of that, because he was being chased, and he knew he was being chased, so the precautions he took and the kind of life he led with such a prodigious mind as his was, always thinking ahead of the KGB agents who were running after him. It's a very it's a very
I
thrilling.
didn't know this book. Do you know this one?
It was called the noise of time. No, wait a second. I'm gonna grab my copy of it.
Yeah, grab your copy. Reading. Are you guys reading?
Are we what?
You guys reading anything?
Jesus, I nailed it.
Yeah, I am reading right now.
What are you reading?
Of Time. I nailed it.
The Noise of Time.
The Noise
By Julian
of Time.
Barnes.
By Julian Barnes. Okay. Very good. The Noise of Time. Okay. Maybe we'll check it out.
Yeah, it's a short novel, so maybe for Esther, who likes
a book a day type person. Esther can be literally sometimes like almost a whole book in a day type stuff. When she's free. When she's not doing 9 till 9 for the corporate man of Movistar. Bad throats there. Don't want to put that live on Valley FM. But anyway, you were reading. What did you say there? Someone was telling us who they were.
I didn't say what I was reading. I just said I was reading.
Could you tell us the name?
Maybe I could.
Would you be willing to?
Maybe you shall. Could you?
It's called. It's in Spanish, so it's called El Bestiario de Axlin.
Boo! Okay. That's a translation.
Yeah, you can translate that one.
Go back to Russia.
I don't know how it's called in
Sorry, I was just kidding. That's a translation. You can speak wonderful English, and better still, you can read English, which is easier than speaking it. So,
excuse me, I read English too.
Okay, yes, tell us what it's called in English then.
But I don't know how it's called.
To give yourself make an educated guess. Make an educated guess.
Axlin's
Beast something.
Beast something. Bestiary? I don't know.
Bestiality, that's a whole different.
No, not bestiality. Oh my God, Kieran.
No, I thought that's what you were going to say. Us and bestiality. Is that what you called? That's a bad translation, mate. That's not good. Don't be doing that.
It'd be like
try again.
Or something.
Can you say the name again? Because I'm trying to find it.
In Spanish.
Yes.
El Bestiario de Axlin.
Ah, Bestiario. That's different.
Yeah, it is different. Oh my God.
It sounded like you said that. And I wouldn't have put it past you to make such a terrible joke as that.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it is it recommendable, or has it been rubbish?
Ooh, I stand corrected. Book by Laura Gallego.
It is in Spanish.
Sounds Spanish. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you say anything? You made me look like a complete idiot to my audience.
I wanted you to look like a complete idiot, obviously.
Fair enough. I was looking for it, really. I had it coming.
We know who she is. Well, I don't know who she is, but I'm getting the nod over here that we know who this Laura Gallego is. Very famous.
It's actually a really good book.
It is?
I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm really liking it.
Okay.
It's part of a series, apparently.
Yeah?
3 books, apparently. Or at least, I saw.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a Twilight saga, is it?
No.
Are you sure?
It's actually about monsters, but the
beasts,
ugly ones.
Exactly. You've been lying about this. It's clearly about beasts. Is it like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
No. It's about monsters that really kill human beings. It's really creepy though.
Do they burst out of people's chests?
No.
Like aliens.
No, actually no.
Because that would be good.
It's about this girl that lives in a really small town because humanity is being forced to live in really small groups.
Not like now. Not like in reality right now.
and the thing is that depending on the region of the world you're living in, there's different monsters, and humanity has different ways of dealing with them.
Oh, I see. Is it basically like if your leader is President Trump, he's your monster. If your leader is President Xi Jinping, he's your monster. If you're different monsters, is that the allegory to the way we live now?
No, I don't think so. I think it's more like Australia has kangaroos and there's no other kangaroos in the rest of the world.
Right. So they've got
like
a kangaroo-like monster.
Yeah. But you
like,
just created yourself, Kieran. You created another very good plot for a book.
Kangaroo monsters.
No, Trump monsters and.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
Angela Merkel's monsters in Europe.
Angela Merkel's, the Merkelites or something.
The Merkelites.
Mercantile. The mercantile system. She would be part of the mercantile system, which she does promote. It's the mercantile system. This is bad joke, guys. This is
but it was good. It was good.
You appreciate it, but
it's good.
It's good at being bad. You mean?
It's absurdist humor, guys.
Good at being bad.
We do.
So
what we do here.
Alice, this book you're describing, the plot you're describing, just reminded me of since we're talking about TV shows and stuff, of this series on Netflix called Tales of Arcadia, I think it's called. It has 3GN. There's a 3 somewhere. 3 up something. Tales of Arcadia. It's have you watched it? Do you know which one I'm talking about? It's
I have no idea.
3Gen it's called, and then Tales of Arcadia.
Yep. It's a CGI animation.
You know it, Jan?
Right?
Is it good?
You watch it?
No, I didn't watch it. I searched for it. So
3 below. Sorry, I say 3Gen. I said 3Gen. It's
CGI.
3 below.
CGI show, is it?
Mm-hmm. Somebody. It's very weird, really. That I mean, I like cartoons, but normally they have to be like satirical cartoons for adults and stuff like that. What I watch. This cartoon is purely for fun, just for fun. So, I have a friend who really liked that show, and she told me give it a try, and I started watching it because I respect her opinion, but yeah, it's just I don't know. Well, if no one else has watched it, really, we should probably move on to the next one.
No,
but
please empty your thoughts. That's what I always do.
Yes, there is. Sorry, so some people hunt. Within the series, there are like hunters of monster hunters and stuff like that.
So again, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yeah, again,
we always come back to that. Beasts is the theme of the show today. Today's theme is Beasts, but it's like Sesame Street. B, the letter B. What were you doing this summer, guys? Now that you've got some freedoms, are you just going to use them, or are you going to make sure you're safe and stay at home?
I was going to go to my camp.
Oh, we had 2 people at one time.
You spoke at the same time there.
Alice said.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying that I'm going to stay home.
You're going to stay home. That's all right.
I had plans for this summer.
Great.
I was going to a camp, but as there are no flights towards the USA right now, I cannot go. I was supposed to leave in 3 days. I'm not leaving.
Oh.
And I was also supposed to go to Amsterdam. I don't think I'm going.
Why not? Amsterdam's fine.
Amsterdam's fine.
Yes, but I don't think I'm going because there's like a lot of stuff I have to do before I go to the US for a year.
Oh. Well, that's true. I suppose you want to make sure you're prepared, but make sure as well that you enjoy your life while you're young. Don't just prepare, and then go away for you. Just, go do something fun for a few days.
Have you ever been to
Yeah,
Amsterdam?
but it's not just me, it's my whole family.
Oh, right.
Ah, different type of trip to Amsterdam. Right. I see.
So
Yeah.
Carol, have you been to Amsterdam before, or was this going to be your first time?
No, my mom has, as always, but I haven't.
Because I happen to love Amsterdam. I have been in Amsterdam a couple of times, and I just love it. It's that city I would always love to come back, and I'm always looking forward to the next trip with someone.
Beautiful.
If there's a bad thing about it, is that it's very cold for a Spaniard, really. But for me, it's like
Yeah, but if it's in summer,
yeah. So
Oh,
in the
it's not
summer
bad
it's
in
safe.
summer.
I
In
don't
the
like
summer it's
fall.
great. It's like London,
Yeah,
but with more freedom. And that's to say a lot, because London is
yeah, but I
pretty.
still love London.
Yeah. But if you so that's even better. If you love London, you're going to freak out about Amsterdam, because you go around in the streets and all you hear is English, and
True.
and British English at that, because
You do,
so
and
many.
they speak well.
There's a train that you can catch in London that takes you straight into Amsterdam. There's the high speed train. So a lot of people just take a day trip from London into Amsterdam. Some people have also just decide to move over there, because it's Dutch and English are like related languages, so it's easy to go from one into the other, and also Dutch people speak very good English as well. So in general, you can go around speaking English, which is it's a shame for us who will never learn to speak Dutch, but it's great because you feel at home in Amsterdam always. And you also have all the exciting things about
The freedom.
Freedom.
Do you know what I like about Amsterdam as well? Bitterballen.
Is that
You know what bitterballen is, guys?
No.
Bitterballen is when you go to a pub or a bar in Amsterdam, and they give you these little, they're almost like croquetas, balls. You remember these, Ruben? And they've got inside, they've got like a kind of almost like a bechamel thing, like croquetas with some ham and some other stuff. They're like mini ball croquetas, but you get them when you buy a beer. You get like 2 or 3 of them as like a tapa thing in a lot of places, and they're really nice. Bitterballen, they're called. I like that.
I think I've tried that. I didn't remember the name, but yeah.
Very cycling city as well. So Ruben would like that, no?
Yeah.
Cycling friendly city.
It's all cyclable. There are cycling paths everywhere around the city. You can go. In fact, people have more respect for bikes than they do for cars. It's just it's the perfect place for people like me. And
yeah, they shout at people with cars when they get in their way, which I always think is funny. It's like, this is a bike place. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
There's respect cycling, which is nice. So they'll be looking forward to the Tour de France in August. No more Marco Pantani, my favourite. He's long gone. You remember Marco Pantani?
Yeah.
You guys won't, but Ruben will. I'm talking to Ruben now. Marco Pantani was great, but he had a few problems, to say the least. But he was a great mountain. The pure mountain goat climbers are the ones that I liked. Loved those guys.
Those are the best. Like Contador.
Guys, thanks for being nice to me from January onwards when I joined you. I enjoyed working with you a lot. You're a very nice class of people. There's only 4 of you here right now, so I can say that. The people that turn up are here.
Well, you're welcome then, I guess.
You're welcome to. Try Alien again.
All right.
It is a good movie. And enjoy your summer.
You too.
Because I won't see you again, and I hopefully will see you again next year. If the timetable goes as I want it to, as I hope it could, then I'll be with you again. And I know that you guys are desperate for that to happen. So as long as you keep pushing all the bosses as you do daily, it will happen. And we'll join you again with Ruben.
That's right. Also, I also like to wish you a great summer, because I think this is pretty much goodbye for us. Next week you don't really have to do. None of you failed my subjects or anything. I don't have to take the extraordinary exam. So yeah, just enjoy the summer. Make the most of it.
Have you got to do anything else now for any other subjects?
I have to do some maths exercises.
Yeah.
Who gave you maths exercises at this time of year? Who did that?
For training for the next year.
Oh well, that makes sense then.
Yeah,
Because we're having some things that we needed computer for the next year, and she wants us to train it.
Pretty well.
Good.
I have to remember to put all my documents onto a memory stick. That's just reminded me. Because, yeah, I'm going to make sure I don't lose anything for next year. Someone stole my computer. It's what I'm saying. It's absolutely shocking. I don't know who it was. If I find out who stole my computer with my lovely poem on the front, I don't know what I'll do to them. Destroy them. I bought a Ruben's computer last year for a year.
Yes. They do that all the time. I mean, it wasn't my computer to start with. I think that. Oh yeah. That one, it was new. They gave it to me new, and then because I left for a year, Kieran used that computer. It was your computer basically for a year, and then when I came back, they said, "Here's your computer back for you." Kieran has been using it, so speak to him and tell him about this.
Speak to him and tell him. Yeah. I don't care really. I just want to get all my documents onto one of these sticks. I've now got myself one of these big massive memory things. I can get anything from anywhere and take it with me. So that's perfect. I'm looking forward to that. Guys,
anyway,
enjoy.
It's been fun. Thank you very much.
It's been emotional, as Vinnie Jones said, on Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Enjoy yourself and thank you for everything. Ruben, I'll speak to you soon because this is not the end for us.
No, obviously, but yeah.
This does not need to be the end.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Bye, guys.
Give yourselves a hug.
We can't. That's the whole point. Bye.
Virtual hug. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Valley of the Rockers.
Do you hate shopping and having to buy many different colored t-shirts? Because here we bring you a color tint t-shirt for every day.
Valley FM. It's not the Valley of the Fallen, it's the Valley of the Rockers.
Hi, I'm Jaisa. Today I am going to introduce you an amazing product. These are the new headbands. They are in many different colors and they also are perfect for any occasion that you want to put it. They are very comfortable.
Have you ever dreamed of being able to know what someone is thinking? Imagine knowing everything that people think of you without them really knowing that you read their thoughts. Here at Valley FM, we bring you an app called Did You Know That? Download it now.
Do you think your parents might kill you if they go to your tutoria? Do you want to be able to leave early whenever you want? Then you should hire our services. We offer actors to play your mother or father and go to your tutorials instead of your real ones. And give you fake permission to leave early. Only for a small fee. Call us.
Tired of leaving school and having to take the bus? Do not suffer anymore. Now, with our premium limousine service, you can go home comfortably, and the best thing is that you will not have to share a seat with anyone. Before at 50 euros a month, now only at 49,99. Do not miss this incredible offer. Call now and get your premium limousine service.
If you're still connected listening to Bali FM, you're in luck because you could participate in a great draw to win a trip to Maldives. Yes, you heard correctly. This may be your summer.
Enjoying a trip to the Maldives with the companion of your choice. It could be your brother, your sister, your partner, or your best friend. Anyway, it would be great. You can do many activities, visit unforgettable places, and relax in the island. Are you tired of your backpack of always? Here you have a purchase for a brand new backpack every day.
Hey, did you hear Valley FM's back?
That's groovy.
This is Valley FM.
You're listening to Valley FM.
We have the alternative for your bad days. If you come to see us in the playground, we will have ballots available for all of you. You will get them for €2. Aren't you tired of the clothes in your wardrobe that you no longer use? The ones that take away space for other new clothes? Well, the new Vinted platform, an expert in trends, is responsible for ensuring a safe and effective purchase and sale of your favorite outfits. We have a large number of users with whom you can chat throughout the page and agree on the price that you choose. Unlike other companies specialized in the same subjects, we facilitate your work, carrying out our shipping to avoid confusions. What are you waiting for? Replacing and saving your purchase has never been so easy. Vinted, if you want something, look it up.
Are you struggling to pass that stupid subject? Do you need some help with the next exam?
We have the best cheat notes of Fancinaro. We cover everything from ACE exams to BACH exams.
Buy two and receive a free German cheat note. Brutal cheat notes. Simply brutal.
Es la leche.
The Savage Madrid is back one more year, and this time better and bigger than ever. If you have never come, you should do it without even thinking about it. This edition will be held in October, on the 4th and 5th. The schedule will cover from 11 a.m. till 2 a.m. This means that you will have the privilege of enjoying more than 16 hours of your favorite music, live and without interruptions. This year you will be able to hear singers like Funzo and Baby Loud, Cruz Cafuné, Cace or Arce. Don't think it twice and buy your tickets that are already on sale. Remember, Savage Madrid.
We took a little break, but we're back now. I've already mentioned it's our last show today, and it couldn't be otherwise. We couldn't have our last show of the season without the great, the one and only Sara, and one of her interviews. And so here she is. She's up next, interviewing someone from Mexico who spent the last 9 years, I think it is, in living in Madrid in an English-speaking environment. Quite an interesting life, actually, that of someone who lives in the city centre. Hope you enjoy this. Here's Sara.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sara. I'm here back again, and today with me is Ken. He's a researcher. He's from Mexico, but has been living in Spain for a little bit more than a couple of years. So, hi, Ken. How are you?
Hello, everybody. I'm fine. Thank you. I'm great.
Okay, so first of all, let's see who is Ken and what he does. So, yeah, first of all, Ken, where are you currently staying? Because I've heard that you've been living here in Spain. So, yeah, tell us a little bit about you.
Yes, I've been living here in Spain for almost 9 years, or maybe a little bit of more than 9 years. I don't exactly remember because it's been on and off from the beginning. But yeah, I would say 9 years. And I'm staying right now in Madrid in a house, in a piso in el barrio de las Letras, near Metro Anton Martin. And actually, my flatmate, I think you know him, is Kevin. I think he's your professor too.
Oh my God!
English teacher.
Are you being serious?
Yes, he's my flatmate. That's I don't know if I wasn't supposed to say this, but yeah, we live together. So is this weird?
No, like no one never tells me these things.
Okay, well I'm telling you now. So yeah, we live together in a cute little house in el barrio de las Letras.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, and we've been living. I've been living in this house for almost 3 years, and I love it. It's great to live in the center. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice that you like Spain. I mean, you've been here for a long time, so.
Yes, I love Spain. I love the culture, the streets, the food, the nightlife. Everything is amazing. Also the weather. I love the weather. I come from a tropical weather in Mexico, so it rains a lot and it's hot. And here it's you can feel the hot in the summer and then cold in winter, which is great for me. I love to feel all the seasons, the times in the year. I like it.
Oh, we love you too. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about you, let's go with the thing. Like, what are you working in? I mean, you're a researcher, as I've heard. So what's that?
Well, anything that you get super specialized in any subject. It could be biology, it could be medicine, it could be, I don't know, a lot of things, engineering. My specific area is computer science, so basically informatics and things to do with the computer. So I came to Spain. The reason that I came to Spain the first time was to study a master's degree. And after that, I liked it, so I stayed and I did a PhD, which is a cool way to be like very specialized in some certain area, like very specific area, which in my case is artificial intelligence. So I do research on artificial intelligence. And right now, the company that I work for, we are working with an area in artificial intelligence called natural language processing. So what we are trying to do right now is to imitate the human language and to try to understand the text and the language, because you don't communicate with a machine in the same language you communicate with other persons. So there are a lot of ambiguous things that humans says, or certain ways of talking of the humans that cannot be understood directly by the machine. So we try to be there like a middleman to translate whatever the human is saying to the machine. So that is basically the area that I'm working in right now.
Oh my God. So you mean like our expressions while we talk, like teaching a machine how to do that.
Yes. Yes, for example, if you have an iPhone or any phone and you talk to, for example, Siri, I don't know if you have Siri, but if you try to talk to Siri, sometimes Siri makes mistakes because Siri doesn't understand properly what you said. But most of the cases, Siri is really good at understanding what you're trying to say. Like, Siri, what is the time? What is the weather? Those are simple questions. But then the harder questions come when you try to make Siri understand certain things. Like, for example, if you ask Siri, I don't know, like, explain me a book, explain me this reading or this article, Siri can give you a link for you to read the article, or Siri can give you information about the article, but Siri will find difficult to understand the article by reading it and trying to explain it to you, like a question answering system. Siri is not very good at it, and it's fine, because if Siri was good at it, she might as well replace a lot of humans on doing their jobs. so yeah, that's the main idea.
Whoa. Yeah, now that you say this, it's like Matrix movie. You know which one?
Yeah, the Matrix movie. Yeah.
Yes, it's like, how can you be so sure that machines in the future won't replace us?
There is a lot of a lot of people that are against it, like to trying to stop machines from replacing work from humans. That's a very controversial subject. But as in the Industrial Revolution, the machines came to do the work of men, or the life of men easier. So I'm kind of optimistic about that subject. I believe that with the come of new jobs done by machines, the humans will be able to work in other things. And of course, there's areas that will not be replaced, like art, music, some stuff that require the human, the human element. Not everything is replaceable. For example, driving, machines can replace the driver, but that is not the main issue about it. It's just that by replacing some of the drivers, maybe we can stop having so many traffic accidents. So there's always a lot of pros and cons on the rise of the automation of machines against humans. But in the end, we are humans building the machines, and a lot of people take into account the ethics into the machine building and what the machine is able to do or not. So yeah, I'm optimistic, and I believe in the human nature, and that humans will make the good decision and and be better at it. Yeah.
That would be awesome, like not living a science fiction movie.
Yeah, but the Matrix movies are a lot of people see as Matrix movies or Terminator movie, and they have like this stigma, or they see the machines or Rise of the Machines like a very bad thing. I don't know what you think about it, but I'm more into like the optimistic side. Like, look, a computer, you can do a lot of stuff with a computer. You can do a lot of stuff with your phone, and that's all technology that wasn't here in this world like 50 years ago in the same way that is now. So I think, there is a bright future ahead of us, I believe. Maybe I'm optimistic. I like too optimistic, but yeah, I choose to be so.
Yeah, but that's nice, because I also think that like electronics and everything are nice things to have. But I don't know, I also fear that they will think they're better than their creator. So I don't know. I'm like in the middle of those both sides.
That's interesting. Yeah, that you think so. I guess it could be better at some areas, but regulation is always needed in a lot of things. You cannot deny all the years of the humans evolving and becoming more like social and interact to people and everything. That's not going to go away soon. So I bet even if the machine is better at doing things, some things, the humans will not compromise into putting themselves in danger by creating machines that are not very human. I don't know if I'm making myself clear.
Yeah, no worries.
What I'm trying to say is that if we see the machines are going crazy or are bad for us, I think humans will decide to stop making that kind of machines or making regulations from the government to stop doing certain types of things or certain types of machines. Yeah. So, yeah.
Like, that's a really interesting thing because many people describe, I don't know if you can say that in English, but I don't know. Yeah, like, it's a really controversial matter. That was nice.
Some things are scary. Like, would you be scared to... do you know the Tesla cars?
Yeah, the one that drives itself.
Yeah. Would you be scared to be in the car while it's driving in itself, for itself?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, like, I would prefer, like, at first to also have a driver, you know, like, even though the car is driving by itself, to be there like a human being that can drive the car in case.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's it's like fearing what we don't know, so we just have to get used to it.
Yeah. Well, I could give you another example. When the email started, people didn't trust the email because they thought that sending a letter through the mailman, it was more secure than sending an email, for example. But now, I think people are, they have more confidence in sending an email instead of sending an actual letter, a physical letter, because it's faster and stuff. So that is an example of how right now people trust the emails more than the physical letters that you send. And before, like 100 years ago, of course, 100 years ago, they were no emails. But, I don't know, like 50 or 40 years ago, they were more inclined to prefer to send a letter, a physical letter, instead of sending an email. So, people change. The world moves and changes. So, for example, I would be scared to have the self-driving Tesla and be there. I would also like a human to be there. But I don't know, maybe in a couple of years or maybe in 10 years, the new normal will be that there are no drivers in the...
Yeah, that's the thing. Cause, yeah, but also, like, if you think about it, like, Corona, like, I don't know why I'm talking about Corona, but yeah, you know, like, Corona is now, like, everywhere and we are all panicking about that. So maybe technology is a way to escape about that virus.
Well, we certainly weren't prepared.
Yeah, that's true. Let's not lie.
You would think that after the Spanish flu in the 1990s and the bubonic plague and a lot of plagues, humans will be more into investing in security and, health, medicines and everything. My positive take on the coronavirus is that scientists are now more open. There's a lot of publications that before this you had to pay for it. Like if you want to read this scientific publication, you have to pay.
Oh.
But right now with the virus, there is no payment for them. So the scientific community has opened the research and the publications to everybody to read and to inform themselves. So that's what I believe is a big step into the entire scientific and research process that humans take. Because of course, pharmaceuticals can be that like they are interested in making a vaccine and earning money from it, but also they have to understand that it's not like you cannot only think about the revenue or money. You have to understand that people are dying. So for me, this was an example of how humans, even the most ambitious that want money, they can become more human and be okay with having an open platform to do research and to progress together with coronavirus. But yeah, the whole thing sucks. It's being in the house and not being able to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
It sucks. But I guess also people are being more responsible about it. Like at the beginning, there were a lot of no one wearing masks, and now every time I go out, I see a lot of people wearing the masks, like almost all of them. So I feel that people are being more responsible about it, which is great too.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that this interview is getting so dark. I mean, like, really, the mood is like on the floor.
No problem. We can talk about anything else.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm so sorry, really. Okay, no.
No problem. No. It's totally fine. I guess your audience will decide.
Yeah, if they like it or not.
Interesting or dark or good.
So yeah, let's talk more like about you know about what you do, but like not anything related with the dark side of what we're living. So yeah, I've heard that you love music and also that you're a nice DJ. What can you tell me?
I mean, I don't know if I am a nice DJ, but I like to DJ. So it's we have a really nice social group that loves to dance and loves to go out and listens to music, a very wide variety of music. So during this quarantine, I started to stream virtual parties through YouTube. So I streamed some video of me playing music, and the friends from their houses started to just tune into the YouTube and watch the video and dance to music. So they send me videos of them dancing or being in the party. I mean, it's a kind of a sad party because not a lot of people, but that's I think that's how I started to become more aware of my DJ side.
Yeah, but you know, like that's amazing.
That's not sorry.
That's amazing. Like without joking, I think like okay now that I'll write Ruben about this, but yeah, I'm going to ask him to. Well, no, actually, Ken, like, what's your name in the YouTube channel, or so that we can hear you, like your DJing skills?
I don't because of copyright. The YouTube is not available, right? So we stream it. I can give you some of the music I have or the things I've done. I can send it to you on WhatsApp or
yes, please. Yeah, really, that would be wonderful.
Okay, I hope some of the we can I can send it to you, of course. And you will see the channel because I'll send you the channel and everything, because I think there is only one video available because copyright issues. So yeah.
YouTube sucks.
Streaming is fine. Like you can stream music, but after that you're gonna leave it uploaded into YouTube because they don't like it. It's not my music.
I don't know if I can say this, but fuck YouTube. So yeah, what were we talking about?
Yeah, the DJ part. I'll send it to you later, so if you can compose it later, or put maybe a fraction of the video or a fraction of the music. But I think that's one of my hobbies. I like music. I also like food a lot, and we like to go out and try new restaurants. I think that's a very common thing here. But
Yeah, it
I
is.
think I have a set of friends that are very, very, very interested in looking for new places to go.
Like in Spain,
Sometimes I bring Kevin.
yeah, like in Spain, it's really like a thing to go out and eat and everything.
Yeah.
And do you find like many differences between Spanish and Mexican food?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not that one is better or worse. It's there are a lot of plants, and remember, or that Mexico is still very a tropical place, and in some areas, so there is a lot of vegetation and spices and plants and ways to mix plants and make these amazing sauces. So I think it's very strong flavors that you have, and that is part of the culture now. So yeah, we have a lot of spicy food, which I think that is one of the main differences between Spanish and Mexican food. But on the rest of it, yeah, that's we're very similar. That we like chicken, we love pork, we love cows. Yeah, Mexico, as well as Spain, is not very vegetarian friendly. So yeah, we eat a lot of animals.
No, okay, no, nothing, sorry. Like, I really have a topic to discuss because talking to some of my Mexican friends, I've come into a conclusion that we don't know where tortilla comes from. You know what I mean? Like, like really, is it Spanish or Mexican?
I think it's a different type. It's just the name that changes. Right, because it's a different type. Like what you call tortilla is a different thing, but it could have been a different name. So I don't think it's a similar origin. So Spanish tortilla has its own origin. I don't know where that come from, the Spanish tortilla, but Mexican tortilla comes from the fact that we have a lot of corn, and we like to blend things to make it like into powder. So I don't know how exactly it happens, but I wouldn't say meaning I don't know what the origins or what came first.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's different. Yeah.
Also, I had another question. It's like, okay, knowing that both tortilla are different things, like Mexican tortilla, like which is the difference between burrito, tortilla, and like tacos, or I don't know, like, is it the mixture of everything, or?
Yeah, a lot of things are very similar, right? Like burrito is almost the same as taco and tacos, and yeah, basically, burrito is a big taco. I think that's it, and that has the origin and the influence of American, like from the United States. So it's called like Tex-Mex, which is basically Mexican food in big quantities. So in a burrito, you often have a different type of meats and stuff. But what it makes it, what I feel that the main difference is that a burrito is big, like big.
Like a cow.
Yeah, and a taco is very small, so you can eat like 6 tacos for lunch, but you cannot eat 6 burritos for lunch. Maybe you eat one, and if you're like eat a lot, maybe 2, but no. I think it's the size. The size is, and also some of the preparations might change, but that's an easy way to distinguish them, to make them apart.
This is like a huge flex, like knowing how to difference one from another.
Also, if the name something not very Mexican, you can infer that it's a burrito. And if it's closed, if it has, for example, rice, burritos have rice, and you will never find a taco that has rice in it.
Really?
No, tacos doesn't. No, tacos and rice are not good friends.
Don't you dare.
Different things in a taco, but you don't put rice in a taco. Like usually you don't. I mean, you can put whatever you want in a taco, but the classical way is not with rice. So yeah, and most of burritos have rice and beans and a lot of vegetables and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. It was actually rather fun. I don't know, like.
Yeah, it's been fun. Do you like Mexican food?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Sorry, were you going to say something?
No. No.
Okay, so I'll go. The thing, I was just wondering because Kevin, your flatmate, like he told me that, well, and now with everything that we've talked about, like about artificial intelligence and everything, like he told me to ask you about your thesis.
Oh, okay. My thesis doesn't have a lot to do on what we are doing now at work, right? So, but I can tell you, I think it's very interesting. I mean, it should be interesting for me because I did it, but I think in general it's very interesting. So remember when I told you, like, right now we're trying to understand human language. So there is another area in artificial intelligence that is called computer vision. So it's basically trying to give the machine eyes or the ability to see as a human. So detect, for us it's easy to see if this is a person, this is a keyboard, this is a chair, but machines don't know that. So you need to teach the machine to distinguish between a cup and a chair, or a boy and a girl, or a computer or a bicycle, right? Because some of those objects have different features, and those features can allow you to tell them apart from each other. So my thesis was about that, but in photos, microscope photos of the brain, of the human brain. So basically what we're trying to do was to segment the human brain into the neurons and the membranes and synapses. I don't know if you are into biology, but those elements or those brain structures are very important to detect diseases like neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, and some others start with some anomalies in the brain. So we were training the computer to distinguish a regular photo of the brain from one that has problems. So just by looking at the picture, the computer can tell this is a healthy brain or not a healthy brain. So yeah, that was the main topic of my thesis, which is I find it very interesting.
I do the same. Like it is amazing. Like no, not without joking. Like I'm not meaning the rest of things that I've said. Like with small details about your brain, like can a computer really, really tell you like you are ill or you are not ill?
Yeah, well, that is the thing. If you're a human, you have to go through thousands of images of the brain to learn maybe what is good from what is bad. But a machine can do that faster and maybe with a higher level of confidence, like to predict diseases or not. So yeah, it's I think it's very helpful to the doctors, and also very interesting for me to see the results of the work. But yeah, I also believe it's amazing. Not to say that the things I do are amazing, because that would be like bragging. But that's why I started into the field of artificial intelligence. I got the same feeling that you're having now. That, oh wow, this is amazing. I want to know more about it, and I decided to start my career on that. So based on that, and just from curiosity and how machines work and what else can be done by the machines. And then now you can see that in a lot of things. For example, the Instagram filters that people have, or TikTok or anything, that recognize where is the face. That is computer vision. That is a computer recognizing where are the eyes, where are the nose, and the parts of the face, and replacing that with filters that make you into a dog, or I don't know. I'm not very into Instagram filters, but I know how they work.
Whoa, that's so cool. Have you ever had... You're welcome. Have you ever had any problems with anyone about, like, because of your job?
Problems like with people. You mean like?
Yeah, not with robots.
Not like no. I don't think so. I mean, I have problems with specific colleagues. Like I want to do something and they want to do something different, but no, never. If you mean like if I've developed a controversial thing, like things that the police can be against it, no, I've never done anything illegal on my job, so no problems on that.
Okay, perfect. So you're safe.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I feel like I would like to go and see how's your place where you work and everything, because it sounds really interesting.
Yeah. Well, the company is called Fujitsu. Do you know it?
Oh, it's so famous.
Yeah, Fujitsu has a artificial intelligence laboratory. So they don't only make air conditioners, because I guess that is the famous thing that Fujitsu does in Spain.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's a big company, so they have a lot of labs around the world. So they do different things. But yeah, Fujitsu is in Pozuelo, the offices. So right now it's closed, of course, because of the virus. But in the future, you're welcome if you want to just come and take a look to laboratories. Like, I don't know if it's possible for anyone to go in, but I think we can arrange it if you're interested. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. No, what I was wondering is, like, do you work, like, in the laboratory? Sorry. Like, do you go under, like, I don't know, it's because I can only imagine, like, a biologist laboratory, so...
Yeah, my laboratory is boring. It's just a computer and 2 screens and paper and very simple. I only work with a computer. But the interesting thing is that we work with very big computers. Like, for example, a regular computer that you can have in your house maybe has 8 gigabytes of RAM or 16 gigabytes of RAM, or I don't know. I don't know if you know what is the capacity of the computer. Yes. But the computers that we have and that we use are like 300 gigabytes of RAM.
Oh my God.
Very big computers and very special computers. And they are in a cold place because they get really hot. So they're underground in a room with a lot of ventilation, like to make it cold. That's where the servers are. That's the server room. That's what we call it. So that would be the main element of our lab, and everybody uses when you enter the room where we work, it looks like an office, but with more screens and a lot of laptops and people just sitting down, typing and doing stuff, coding and etc. So maybe it looks underwhelming, but the things that the cool things are inside of the computer. So yeah.
Okay.
Like everything.
That sounded just like hacking. I don't know.
Yeah. No, we don't hack.
Okay.
We also that is very difficult to do. Like not anyone can hack. I have a lot of people and friends that say like, "Oh, you work with computers. Can you hack the Facebook of my ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend?" Something like that. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Like it's not the thing that we do. Like we're not trained to do that kind of things. Or, recover my password. I don't remember it, and I'm like, or install my printer. I don't know. just watch a tutorial online. I don't know how to do it. Like always, but I mean, yeah, I can help you, but that's not my job.
Okay. I really feel like, I don't know, Kevin maybe would be better at hacking or something.
I don't know.
Well, so yeah, this was the whole interview that I prepared. Do you have anything else you want to say or do?
No, it's just as a personal thing, and to the people listening, I don't know. I think you're around 16 or 18, and maybe you're thinking about what are you going to study next. And if you're interested in computer science or anything related to informatics, I encourage you all, the class and any listener, to be more informed. Maybe it's a difficult choice to make, and you will have to learn a lot of mathematics and logics and statistics. But if you like it and you have that determination and you want to pursue that, go ahead and do it, because I think it's an amazing field to be on, and I really think in the future everybody will be like coding will be like the next thing. Like everybody will need to know how to write code, either to do web pages or to do anything. So I think it's an open area that has a lot of future and is very interesting. So I just wanted to say that because I wanted to encourage people.
Whoa, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for the interview. It's been nice.
Same.
The interview is the first time I get interviewed by someone.
Oh, that's an honor.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Have a nice weekend and vacations.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Be safe. Bye.
That was Sarah's last interview for this season, obviously. And that was it for Valley FM Season 2 this year. It's been an absolute pleasure to do this again. This time, obviously, there was more from me than there was from the students. That's for sure. My intention is always, when I do this radio show, that it's the students who take the lead. But obviously, I saw no other way to do this. To do it well, let's say, online. That if with everybody being in at home. Everybody at their home. I saw no other way than if I did it myself. So I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it myself. We'd like to say special thanks to Nothing Good, Jorge and Gabriel, who very kindly provided us with their music for the whole season, really, and they let us use it. They were very kind to let us use it, really. And more than happy, I think, to be part of the show, to be such an important part of the show, really. Anyway, thank you to everybody who participated, everybody who listened, everybody who commented, and also to everybody who made content, basically, even if they were not as mentioned in the show as I would have liked or as I would have intended. Thank you, everybody. This was Valley FM Season 2. Have a great summer of 2020.
don't know what is happening. Give me an opportunity. You say that you belong to me. Now you are ignoring me.